It is good, yo. It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be talking about a video called Dear 2K. It's my hope for 2K in the future of something that can't happen when we do get into July. And I'm going to be talking about what they can do to prevent this in the future. But I think I can speak for almost everybody in saying this season has not been very much fun. And there are a couple of problems, and there's one big problem I do see. Now, before we dive into it any further, man, if you are new to the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button as we are on the road towards 110,000 subscribers. So the question is the problem, updating boards every week? No. I mean, I absolutely love the free content. The problem is the free content hasn't been great, and we've only gotten it once per week this season. We haven't gotten any new Spotlight Sims. We got one domination with Harden, who is fine, but that's it. I mean, there's been no Spotlight Sims this season. There's not been a lot. The problem, though, lies with this. We get 2 big content drops every week. And it is endgame cards in MyTeam. The problem is we only get 2 new cards, and the rest of the cards are, I mean, I guess there's 2 new players every content drop, 4 per week, and it leaves a problem in 2K. And the big problem I see is, the lack of just cards. How many Kyle Lowrys have we seen in MyTeam? How many Duncan Robinsons have we seen? How many Jeremy Grants have we seen? Answer is not a lot, okay? That's the answer. And the problem is the endgame content is boring, man. All of these cards, all 27 of these cards, maybe we have more endgame cards with whatever else, they all have the same. Let's go through them. This LaMelo Ball, jump shot 3. This Kevin Durant, set shot 25. Mind you, they all have basically either the Steph size up or the Trey size up. Kevin Durant, point guard, jump shot 3. Yao Ming, set shot 25. Kawhi Leonard, jump shot 3. Okay, Luka Doncic has not even his base. Set shot 25. Carmelo Anthony, set shot 25. J.R. Smith, jump shot 3. I mean, the list goes on and on. There are no variety in any of these cards. When new content comes out, yes, they have different player models, different player builds. But outside of that, what's the difference between Shaq and Kareem? They both have set shot 25. One obviously has a different upper than the other. But there's just really no change in anything. You guys might be asking, okay, Ty, how do they do this then? We've seen Invincibles in April, or I don't even know when they started, March, April, May. So they really can't drop any more Invincibles. How do we go about this? Well, how about this, right? How about this? How about we don't drop Invincibles so early? How about in April, how about in May, we're getting cards, that we've got in February, right? There is no reason, and I need you guys to listen to me. There is absolutely no reason we got these cards, and I'm not even talking about the juice ones. I'm talking about this Scottie Pippen. No way he should have been coming out in when? March, I think is when he came out. There's absolutely no reason this Kobe Bryant should have been coming out in March either. I mean, 20 Hall of Fame badges is fine, but look at his stats. 96 3-ball, 90 ball handle, whatever else. I mean, the card was super, super good, super elite in MyTeam. Here's the thing, though. This Kobe was by no means perfect, okay? This Kobe Bryant with 20 Hall of Famers was by no means perfect. But there's no reason we get an Invincible, the week later. Same thing. I mean, you can talk about it for so many different cards that we just haven't seen. But why is, and here's what I'm saying. Yalen. Why did we not get a better Yalen with like 40 Hall of Famers in June, July, right? Why did we not get I'm going to, go to a more common card, but why did we not get a, let's say, updated Bob Sura card later on this year? I mean, these are the types of things that drive me crazy, right? Same thing with, let's say, a Jeff Green card. We could have definitely used a really good Jeff Green card this year. And when you look up Jeff Green and look at the Jeff Greens that we've got this year, sure, we got the pink diamond. That was a good upgrade, but we could have used one in, now, right? In which we get, 40 Hall of Fame badges. Not even the old players. This is the biggest problem. How many Dante DiVincenzo's cards do we have in my team, right? How many, and I could go team by team. How many different Jared Allen cards do we have? How many different Laurie Marketing cards do we have? Colin Sexton. I mean, that's the real problem in my team. Wendell Carter Jr. I mean, he's a very solid player in real life. How many Wendell Carter Jr. cards do we have? This is where the problem lies. I don't know if 2K's got to do it through moments during the season and in the playoffs, just more moments. I don't know if they've got to do it through, having, those season rewind type set that we got last year. But the fact that we don't have any of these actual cards outside of, the dynamic rating cards, which don't matter. This is the problem. I mean, this is where the problem does lie. It's not necessarily Jalen Smith. I would love to use a really good Jalen Smith card, and I know we got a decent Jalen Smith card at some point, Ruby maybe or something like that. But that's where the problem really lies. I mean, it's in the fact that these current cards do not get enough cards. And you guys might be like, okay, Ty, but that's not that big of a deal. It is, because then instead of releasing, Jalen Smith, some of these other current cards, heck, I could talk about all these for days. Jay Crowder, I guess, has a decent card. Cam Johnson, I mean, heck, even Frank Kaminsky. Give these cards better cards, That's the problem. Give them better cards throughout the season so you can save these invincible cards for endgame. I mean, please, 2K, please, get rid of the endgame concept. Get rid of it. The invincible concept I'm okay with, because these cards keep the same releases. And that's what makes my team fun. My team is not fun when everybody is getting these same SIGs and the same releases. I was even fine. I was okay with last year some people getting changes of release. Because if we look at some of these invincible cards, I'm okay if a player has an awful release to give him an updated release. I mean, I am okay with that. Even for Shaq, I was okay. Last year, they gave everybody, what was it? The Gallinari base. I'm more okay with that than you giving everybody set shot 25. I'm going to leave it with this. Next year, if 2K wants to make the reward card, the collector level reward card, obtainable, in June, July, and make this card the special GOAT card, I'm okay with that, right? I am perfectly okay with that. But that should be the only GOAT card, okay? The ultimate collector level reward should be really, really hard to obtain. And that should be by far and away the, most unique card in 2K. There's nothing that makes these cards unique. There's nothing that makes these cards fun. There's a reason nobody really is excited about the content drops to come. Yes, I mean, we know a Bobo probably is eventually going to come. But the problem is, Bobo is going to be no different outside of maybe he can play small forward. Maybe that'll be something different. But, I mean, the releases are going to be the same. The SIGs are going to be the same. It's just not fun in my team. I mean, we can talk about it for days, about the cards or about what we could have possibly seen. But I mean, you guys take a stroll down memory lane. I mean, talk about all the cards that we could have seen better versions of that we just didn't. I mean, the list of those types of players is long. Specifically, I'm just going to talk about this last thing. A top 5 center in my team. Or not in my team, a top 5 center in real life, Rudy Gobert. These are the cards that Rudy Gobert has right now. And if you don't think that is a big problem, then you are the problem, okay? And if you don't think the biggest problem in my team is that Gobert's best card has 15 Hall of Famers and he's a top 5 center in the NBA, I don't know what the other problem is. Because that is a big problem in my team. And until we as a community, make it known that it's a problem, we don't get the actual NBA players in my team, then nothing will ever change. I mean, that's the problem. Until we can get better cards of current NBA players and just slowly roll them out every week, not giving them, juice SIGs in March, then we can have fun playing this deep into my team. I mean, I probably like the endgame concept more than the average person, but it's still not fun to just know LeBron James is going to have the exact same thing as Giannis outside of player builds. I mean, the difference between LaMelo Ball point guard and T-Mac point guard. What's the difference? It's just sad. It's really sad in my team that we have all these players that are basically identical. Dear 2K, please get rid of the endgame concept. Please. I'm begging you. Or at least adjust it and make the endgame concept the invincible concept and get rid of invincibles. There's no reason we should be doing what we are doing in July and August next year. Adjust and make it better. It's that simple. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Also, comment your thoughts on how 2K could improve this. There's just so many different ways they could prevent these endgame cards, but yet here we are. So gonna wrap it up, guys. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new. As always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.